Well, hello, my name is Michael Lentini. I have the privilege of being the Director of Operations for Subway JPW, and today I'm going to talk to you about one topic, and that one topic is the GPA, or the Guest Perception Accountability. The GPA is a program that our team has been working on, researching, refining, and just quite frankly making better so that when we release it, you're able to use it as an effective tool. It's a measurement of the guest experience that your staff offers and extends to customers during the in-store visit by the field consultant. And so it is surrounded by just that one thing, the guest experience. And then we give you a ranking, and this ranking is universal. We all understand what the ranking is. It goes without having to describe it. And so we give you a ranking A, B, C, or an F based on the guest experience that you extend during the visit. And so as we get started, I also want to share that you've got three responses. You really have three options to the type of response that you can take towards this information. The first one is to ignore it, which I don't recommend. The second one is to simply disregard it, which again, I don't recommend that. But the third one would be that you would utilize it as a tool, and that we would all utilize this as a tool, be a part of the solution, raise the bar in the type of guest experience that we extend to our customers. I believe that the guest experience is the new competitive battleground for the QSR industry, and we all need to collectively place a focus on the customer experience, do it better. If you're doing it great already, we need to do it better. That's just true for the industry that we're in. Let me get started with sharing a little bit of data with you, and I think that'll help you understand as we look at some of the other reports that I have that go into the GPA. So first of all, this data, it comes from the fourth quarter of 2017. Those exact dates are October 4th through January 2nd of 2018, and our DA average AUV during this time was 7,283. As we look at the group count and where our stores fell, about 28% of our stores obtained a GPA ranking of an A. And so I want to first of all congratulate and say thank you to those that received the A for the fourth quarter of last year. Thank you guys for already doing this so great, and for really being leaders in this area. The truth of the matter is, though, that we all have work to do. You guys can see the data and see how all of our total stores fell into each of the buckets. So you can see that 93 of them were A's, 111 of them were B's, and so forth. We had a total of 331 shops that go into this report. To build some credibility with you, we're going to start with the CRS. So what are our customers telling us about the type of a guest experience versus what our data says, and are they matching up? And you'll see that they do. So for our A's that we said these stores were A's, all of those stores averaged a CRS of 68. So I think our customers are seeing the same things that we are. Our B's, the stores that we ranked as B's, customers gave them a 66 average CRS. And then we'll look at the F's. Those stores that we ranked as F's, our customers gave them a CRS of 58. So there's a 10-point difference. And again, this helps us prove that the GPA truly is a tool for you, and the rankings are through the eyes of our customers. Next, we're going to look at a 5-month compliance comparison. So how does customer experience and compliance affect each other, or do they even? So our F shops had 234 more total compliance points on average in a 5-month period. The A shops, based on this average, we can assume had no food safety concerns over that recorded 5-month period. A strong focus on the guest experience has a connection to food safety and compliance. If your business places a high value on the customer experience, your employees will naturally care more about how they are serving the product and what they are serving as well. Next, let's take a look at our AUV comparison. So our A shops experienced an average weekly AUV during this time period of $7,925. This is a difference of 1,601 in weekly AUV when compared to our F shops. So this is a total potential gain in an annual view of $83,252. You can see the comparison there by week and by year. If you want to look at what that number would be for your store specifically, go ahead and take a look at your fixed costs, subtract them out of here, and you'll get an even more true number on how this data, how the guest experience affects not just your AUV, but affects your profits. Next, let's take a look at our sales index comparison. Our A shops experienced a difference of 5 points in sales index. While we all know that 2017 was a struggle for the brand, this data proves that our A shops outperformed the rest of the groups. If we use this DA average, the DA average that I shared earlier of 7,283, here's the potential gain per store group. So our Bs would have a potential gain of 6,816 if they were to bump themselves up to an A, or extend the type of guest experience that our A shops did. Let's look at our Cs. Our Cs would have experienced a difference of $14,391 for an annual view. And then our F shops, that's a difference of $18,935 in regard to a sales index. So again, some large numbers there. Let's take a look at miscellaneous sales and see how that compares among our different groups as well. So for our A's, their miscellaneous sales were 10.6% down to our F's at 9.5%. So you can see the formula that I used there. But if we use our DA average annual AUV again and take a look at the potential sales increase difference between our F and our A, that difference is $4,165 annually just in miscellaneous sales. So to really kind of wrap up these few minutes that I wanted to spend with you, print the data off, print this workbook off, and go through it for yourselves. We truly believe, and this data proves, that the guest experience is directly connected to sales. You can also see how it's directed to compliance points, and you can see that the rankings or the grades that you receive from what our field consultants are seeing is really the same as what your customers are seeing as well. So again, I want to encourage you to use this data as a tool. And if you attended our roadshow, you would have heard me say this, but I truly believe that it's an investment in your sandwich artist. You as a franchisee or you as a store manager, it's your investment in your sandwich artist, coaching them, training them how to do this well, how to extend a great customer experience. It's through that investment that I believe that you will inspire them to do this. The sandwich artists, in my opinion, are the most important people in this brand. They are the direct connection between the brand and the customer. They truly are. And so what I want to encourage you to do is, there's a whole lot of moving parts within the Subway brand, but if each of us were to take our own bucket, the things that we are in control of, and spend 90% of our attention focused on those things, doing them better, talking with other peers, getting best practices, and continually raising the bar, I believe that we are going to have a competitive edge against our competition. The new competitive battleground is the guest experience, and we must perform really, really well and raise the bar in this area. And so in regard to, if you have a question on, well, what is it that I do control? Make a list of things make a list of your strengths, make a list of your weaknesses, make a list of your frustrations with the brand, make a list of all of your really good ideas as well and where the brand should go, and then get a highlighter out and circle the ones that you directly impact, okay? That's where you spend 90% of your time, and the other 10% of your time, get on conference calls, extend that feedback to your DA office, extend that feedback to Brandon, extend that feedback to FWH, and let's all commit to focusing 90% of our attention and energy on doing the best with what we have in our own bucket. Well, I want to thank you guys for your time. Go ahead and print this report off, dive into it a little bit deeper. I think it's a pretty compelling argument as to the the impact the guest experience has over numerous areas of our operations, specifically sales and profits. And I feel like we got a little personal here, allowing you to come into my office. I hope you'd enjoyed this brief video. On behalf of Brandon, myself, and our entire team here at Subway JPW, it's a privilege to partner with you in this great brand that we serve called Subway. Have a good day.